Let's understand the if statement and loops. First of all, let's set a variable enemy which is equal to Patrick. So Patrick is our enemy right now. Now we want to check if Patrick is our enemy. If Patrick is our enemy, then we want to output something. And if Patrick is not our enemy, then we also want to output something else. So we can, for example, say if we need quotation marks right here, %enemy % is equal to Patrick. If that is the case, then we want to do something. We want to echo out Patrick is the enemy, like so. And now if we also want to use an else statement, we need those brackets around the statement, followed by the else keyword. And after the else keyword, we again need some brackets. And whatever we want to do, if Patrick is not the enemy, belongs inside of those brackets. So we want to echo out Patrick is no enemy, for example. Let's execute that code. And as you can see, Patrick is the enemy because our variable enemy is equal to Patrick. If you have a variable, you need to place the variable instead of quotation marks, as well as those % signs, as we already know. Then you need two equal signs for a comparison. And afterwards, you can have this value right here that you want to compare to. The first thing after the comparison is what you want to do. If this statement is equal to true, then you can also use the else keyword and you can specify whatever you want to do if Patrick is not the enemy. Now let's take a look at the for loop. Imagine we wanted to loop over all of those text files. We can do so by using for. Now we need to define a variable that is going to hold one of those files later on. So we can, for example, say %f. So this defines a variable. In where do we want to search? We want to search within all text files. So we need to say the beginning does not really matter, but we need an ending of .txt. So now this for loop goes over all files that have the extension .txt, so all of the files that are essentially a text file. In the first iteration, this variable right here holds the best enemies file. In the second iteration, it holds the enemy file. And in the third iteration, it holds the whatever file. So it holds one of those files that have the .txt extension for every single iteration. And now we can specify what we want to do for every single iteration. So this code will get executed over and over again until it executed what we specified after the do statement for every single file that meets this condition. Now we can, for example, say that we just want to echo out %f, so the file that we have right here. Let's press enter, and as you can see, we're getting bestenemies.txt, enemy.txt, and whatever.txt. So we get an output for every single iteration. And as you can see, first iteration, bestenemies.txt, second iteration, enemy.txt, third iteration, whatever.txt.